Yo, what's up, chat? So I was looking at the plan and realized I was supposed to do 87.5 for 3 today. But the last time I did a 1 rep max, I got 90 for 1 and I failed 95. So if I can hit 87.5 for 3, I'm going to test out 80 right now, see how light it feels. If it's light, I'm going to try and touch 2 plates again. If not, I'm just going to do my work instead.
I give up just because you're more powerful than me. From our first battle together, I knew that you were stronger. At this point, no matter how many times I see how powerful you are, it won't make a difference to me. I'm determined to see this through to the end. I refuse to give up. You should have realized that by now. I will find a way to beat you!
Why would you challenge an enemy that you can't possibly defeat? Most beings want to preserve their life. I can't comprehend this.
I didn't decide to fight you because I can see myself winning this battle. The only reason I continue to fight is because I have to win!
Yo, so we finally got 2 plates. That's great. I was gonna go for 105, but Mason convinced me not to. Said I was gonna fail it. So now we're hitting laterals, Smith incline, and then overhead extension. Last year, 2025, it was mid-year, about July. I was peak bulk at 85 kilos. I had just hit 100 kilograms on bench. I was looking pretty good. I'll show up pictures. My baseball season was about to start, so I started that. I lowered the calories a bit because I was kind of pushing it and plateauing. Then in October, I took a baseball bat off my left hand. I broke one of the bones in my hand. When I was playing, and then I lost a bunch of muscle, I gained a bunch of fat, and sort of got pushed back a very decent amount. So it would mean about, I was in a cast for about a month, in a splint for about another month. I didn't start training until like 2 weeks left of the splint again. In those 2 months, I literally could not do anything I like doing. Couldn't lift weights, I couldn't play baseball, I couldn't go skating, I couldn't play guitar or piano. It was not a very fun time for me. I definitely took a hit mentally during that time. And so, you know what I did? I had to come back even stronger. So I got back in the gym, I started training with one arm, trained both sides eventually with the cuffs on the cables, and I tried benching again, and unfortunately, obviously, I know I wouldn't be able to hit 100 at that time. I could only hit maybe 80. So here's what I did to get my bench back up to 100 kilos from 80 kilos. So I started off obviously with cables. Well, my hand was healing, and once I could, I went straight back into benching. I did low rep sets of 3 to 5. I would increase the weight every week until I couldn't anymore. Now this worked for maybe a month or 2 until I hit another plateau. And during this time, I was also on a cut, which wasn't helping my progress because I had gone all the way up to above 17% body fat. So I needed to cut back down to where I am right now, obviously. But once that happened and I finished cutting and I went back to maintaining, I was still struggling to increase my bench. And that's when I heard some of my friends talking about benching. Obviously, I heard this before. I needed to be benching more than once a week. I increased it 3 times a week. And you might be like, that's absolutely insane. You're benching 3 times a week doing 3 rep sets. I was not. My push days, which were in the middle of the week, my heavy days, 3 to 5 sets. The other 2 bench sessions were, instead of doing 3 rep sets of 3, I would do 2 sets, make the weight much lighter, and focus on form, pushing the weight with good form up to 8 reps before increasing the weight again. So I did that for a while. I finally had 100 kilos on benching. Now, while also doing this as well, I was doing push-pull legs upper lower and the extra upper day at the end, which allowed me to bench 3 times a week. And I was also obviously doing shoulder presses with dumbbells, incline presses with dumbbells and the Smith machine, and training triceps with push downs and overhead extension. And now I can bench 100 again and life is good.